Hey guys, Matt and Scott here from the Old 77. Just wanted to take a moment and say, have you heard about Anchor yet?
It's a great way to do a podcast.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, Anchor's got all of this stuff for you. Get analytics. We're online, everywhere. Apple, Google, and they did all of that for us. We didn't have to submit anything.
Nope. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Right, so no computer, no problem.
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Because of the following special program, Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
USA, fight! Tiger, uppercut! Hadouken! Perfect.
Hi there, this is the Old 77. It's a safe place in an unsafe world.
I'm gonna need for you to retard your anger level a few notches and listen to me. Can you do that?
Warning, foul language may occur due to the subject matter.
We're caged! Caged to the fucking world!
Become a subscriber at patreon.com/the-old-77 podcast. Subscribers get bonus content and early access to episodes. Find out more at patreon.com/the-old-77 podcast. Thanks for listening.
We meet again at last.
Welcome to the Old 77. It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Scotty, hello.
What's up, dude?
We are Daveless tonight.
Daveless, yes.
Dave
not feeling well tonight.
Yeah,
CBS got him a little today.
Yeah, the nausea is
kicked in a bit.
Dave, we love you, and we're thinking of you.
Yeah, man. Get to feeling better.
And we're going to get right to it.
We also have someone else on the show tonight.
He's from the 215, the city of brotherly hate.
215! Boo this
and
man!
It is Mikey Thompson, Big Philly Mike, in the house tonight with the Old 77. Mikey, what's up?
Boo!
Oh, sorry, buddy. I had you down.
Oh, man.
Matt's dropping the ball here. Go ahead. Say hello to the Old 77ers out there.
What's up, man?
What's up, fellow people? Fellow Earthlings.
So we were just discussing before we got onto the show about the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Yeah, man.
And you left a comment on this thread about, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was unbelievable, in which I saw the movie. I thought it was really good.
I thought he was good, yeah.
Right, it was good. He won an Academy Award for it. But a lot of people won Academy Awards for less than that. Our friend, who's a huge, superhero
he took
movie
your
guy.
comment totally the wrong way.
Oh my God, he couldn't get over it today.
He got bent.
So he had me call Mike, video call him.
You get him on the phone.
Curse him out. Mike's like, fuck you too.
You get him on the phone.
Fuck you and Joaquin.
You get him on the phone and you cuss him out right now.
Yeah, you and him can stand up and share that Oscar right in the butthole.
Can you do a double-ended Oscar, please?
Yeah, it's like a weird porn going on. But yeah, so tell us about that, Mike. Tell me your feelings about our friend calling you up today at work, while he was on the clock.
While he was on the clock.
Just cursing you out, man, because of Joaquin.
That's all right. I love people's passion about stuff, man. I like when people get confrontational about things because it means that they're being real about it.
True.
But it's okay.
and that's who you are. That's who we all are here on the show.
Right.
We tell it how it is. But what is it? What was it about Joaquin Phoenix's performance? What didn't you like about it?
Why did it fucking suck?
Yeah, why did it fucking suck? That's what we want to know. I'm sure there's a lot of people like Nichols who would like to disagree with you.
Killed him. Oh,
right.
Killed him.
All right, I'm sorry, but I have to say that his appearance and everything like that, it kind of made him look like he was a crackhead. And
yeah,
I get that.
What did you want, though? It was supposed to be the 70s, 80s, though.
Yeah, I understand, and I get it, but sometimes when you look at things, dude, I understand that he was a fucking psychopath and all that crap, but he was also Joker. He was also happy and goofy, and he was kind of too dark.
It definitely was it definitely was a different interpretation of the Joker.
Yeah, man, it was a different take.
I mean, even when we saw the trailers, it definitely had this this, you know, like Scott said, this like 70s grind to it. Like it was real dirty. It was very retro.
I did like the way they presented it, though. Gotham was very dirty, especially in the garbage strike. So you had trash everywhere. I thought that representation of Arkham Asylum looked great too. Real gritty, but still it looked like a government building. You know.
And when I saw the trailer, I was just kind of like, you know, this thing is going to work.
Right. I thought it was. You know, I thought it did. I thought they did a good job with it. Plus, you know, they had the comic relief with the whatever PC, but with the little midget in it, trying to jump at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. You're okay. Me and you were solid. Don't worry.
But overall, I did like the performance. You know, I thought. I mean, the way his body was sacrificed.
The original concept, though, was just this one standalone movie, and I loved that idea. I'd like to see more of that. I don't need a whole universe connected through.
So there will be a universe connected to this now.
But now they're doing that.
Now it's going to be like, how good can he be being part of this universe? Because the universe now has to take place back in the 70s, right?
Well,
80s?
my worry is if Joaquin's just going to, like, you know, phone it in, not give a fuck now.
Because he's like that.
He is. It's not about the money for him.
Did you hear his speeches the night he accepted, like, the Golden Globe and also the Oscar? Dude, it was out there. It was like he's from another planet, some kind of humanoid.
He is.
You know?
He is.
He's like, I like to thank my sock and my shirt and the whales in the Atlantic Ocean, because without them, we have nothing, man. We have nothing.
Shut the fuck up, hippie.
Like, someone please, someone kick him
and
off
our
stage.
resident hippie isn't here to defend him, damn.
You had too much fun before the award show.
Share the love, Joaquin.
So, Mike, you were saying that style of Joker was from a comic book, like a version of a comic book?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you and Scott know this. You know more than I do.
Yeah, so the whole thing with like him thinking that Bruce Wayne was his father and all that, that was from a like an offshoot comic book kind of.
I don't remember the name of that, but there's
I forget it too.
There's like 6 or 7 different. You know, there's so many origin stories for the Joker. It's kind of laughable that the character himself doesn't even know where he came from.
Right.
He's just there. Like sometimes he'll throw out the Red Hood story, or he'll change the Red Hood story. Then he'll have this story where he's living with his mom, and you know, it's just...
See, that's my problem with DC, Scott, is because they jump around too much. They're not consistent about their stories.
Yes, but they try to tell every angle of the story. What I like about DC is they try to explain that with the multiverse.
Yeah.
So the way it's when they start cataloging the multiverse that I lose my friggin' mind, man. You got Earth 1 and Earth 5 and Earth 62.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Earth 185, and then you got the Earth with all tribbles, and then you know it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, will he be connected to the Robert Pattinson Batman?
I think now you'll probably know this, Mike, but are they still going to do the Flashpoint paradox?
The Flash movie is supposed to be happening, but I heard things like, you know, the dude that was playing Cyborg, he got kicked out.
Yeah, he was being bitchy about stuff.
Okay.
Was that Ray
something
Fisher?
about him and the director didn't get along.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they dropped him.
He was calling, I think, the racial card on some things, and they're like, dude, that's not even the case.
Right.
You're just being a fucking prick.
Yeah.
So,
sometimes you can be a prick without being a
right.
racist.
Well, and it never blew up, so you kind of wonder if it's not, you know, because that would have been headline news today, but instead, who gives a shit about Cyborg when he's just being a shit?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting how they do that. Now, who's the director for all this? Because that's when it gets kind of fishy.
Right.
Is it James? Oh, James Gunn's doing...
so James Gunn's doing Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, right.
And I think he's already signed up to do another one. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and they're going to start working on, what's the next flick? Is it Guardians now he's working on?
Guardians 3.
He's back with Marvel.
It's Guardians 4 now. That's interesting.
That was the dumbest thing Marvel ever did, was get rid of James Gunn,
it was the stupidest thing.
Why would you do that?
Disney.
Where it was retarded.
Right. Just stupid. At least they wised up, you know.
Now they should take some tips from Marvel though, as far as getting a directors who have the same vision and staying consistent.
That's just
gotta have fun and a vision.
Yeah. But you have to also then, as a studio, let your people do that vision.
Right.
Because that's the problem that they have. They'll put out this great visioned movie like Snyder had, but then at the end, the studio will go, damn, that's dark, change it.
Yeah.
You know, Patty Jenkins had that with Wonder Woman. She said she had a whole other ending, like filmed and done and shot, and at the very end, like 2 weeks beforehand, they were like, "No, we need a new ending."
See, that's what I'm talking about, Scott. Like DC, they did that with the Justice League too.
Yes.
Supposedly, they had this whole thing coming out, like, oh, you got to watch the movie again because now it's the director's.
It's the Snyder cut now.
Right.
Because that's where you have the CGI mustache.
Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
What the
dude.
hell was that?
Like, dude, you have Mandalorian who
Right.
CGI'd Luke Skywalker's face, which it looked pretty good, but then you go back to Superman,
right,
and the
Oh my
CGI
God.
mustache because this dude doesn't want to grow a mustache.
But dude, that goes back to what I've been saying since 2009. For some reason, for me, the height, the peak of, like, you know, special effects and stuff in movies was Iron Man 3. Man, and that was in 2009. People are just now, other studios just now hitting that level
That's
of
crazy.
sophistication. Iron Man 3 set the standard, man.
How was everyone so behind?
Exactly. And that was, like I said,
Like,
that was in
there was
09.
there was one studio who was ahead of everyone by light years. By light years.
And it's one of the biggest, which means all of that knowledge would get cycled through the industry very fast.
Yeah, because you look at
Well, that's
Marvel.
the thing. It's expensive. That's why.
Right. And that's why it gets cycled through very fast, because you'll get one dude going, I'll do it for $6 million. You get another guy going, I'll do it for $5 million. And then he'll lose 5 or 6 employees. Hey, we'll do it for $3 million.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you pay $2 for a space shuttle.
Exactly.
Thanks, Elon Musk.
Right. It comes with a free flamethrower.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, if you look at the difference between the Marvel movies and then you look back at the DC stuff, it's like it's night and day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the Dark Knight trilogy, which is an old-time classic,
how do you top that?
Dude, that Batman, that was badass.
Right.
Man.
I could watch. I can still watch that trilogy and not have a problem with it, and say, you know what, my day was okay.
Right.
You know, I didn't waste any valuable time, you know, laying back and watching stuff. I can go back and watch that anytime. Now everything else is trash. All the Superman and the Justice League, that was awful.
All right, I like the first
Dude,
Superman.
even the last Wonder Woman.
Right.
The last Wonder Woman was terrible.
The first Wonder Woman was great.
Nichols hated the last Wonder Woman.
Ooh, wow.
He's like, they wasted a lot of potential.
Well, dude, they wasted a lot of potential in the second one.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And she's fine too, man.
Yeah, well, she's doing a whole bunch of other stuff now. I really hope that once this whole Wonder Woman superhero thing dies down a little bit, we can get to the heart of some of the better stories.
Here's a question. Will DC ever match the level of Marvel?
They'd have to do a total like re-over and do things properly, man.
But aren't they trying to do that now with the Joker and the new Batman coming out?
They would have to do exactly what Marvel was doing with X-Men. When Fox screwed X-Men up, dude, a lot of people got pissed off about that stuff because they screwed up the timeline. They didn't follow comic book rules.
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of like that. I think DC just has to get the, you know.
You're right, Mike, because
Their shit together a little bit.
Marvel was a mess at one time.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because they were everywhere. This was happening. That was happening. They're like, dude, you have to go time. You need a universe, and that'll give you a time. The timetable, the timeline gives you the universe.
Yeah, you need to pick to it.
Just like
stick with the timeline.
Right, just like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But the problem, though, and like Mike said, you know, their stories jump around so much. They have so many events that they call them. You know, a big thing will happen, and it's a multi-universe event, and that's how they'll bring back a lot of their dead characters. So you'll have a shocking finale where Superman and Batman die, right? Oh my God, shit happens.
Yeah.
I read a book the other day, man, that they ended up filming for one of the cartoons, and it was like a Justice League Dark, and in the first 3 minutes of the movie, Superman dies.
Damn.
I was like, fuck yes. Okay,
Yeah.
now we've lost a badass.
Like-
oh my God, who just beat
Yeah.
Superman like it was nothing?
I mean-
well, come to find out it's magic. And we have a whole other section of stories to tell. And that's what I want
Yeah.
to tell.
That would be cool. I would be
Yeah.
down with that. Because there is a
See-
comic, there's the Superman Dies that came out
Right.
back in the early 90s.
Oh, yeah, but then he came back.
Yeah, man.
Mike
Black
and I,
cover.
yeah, we went and got those when,
black cover.
when we were
Hell
kids.
yeah.
When we were kids, we went and got these Superman Die comic books down on K&A.
Yep.
And that's Kensington and Allegheny for you folks who don't know what that is. It's in Kensington, Philadelphia, 215.
215.
Yeah, represent right here, baby. All my Kenzos out there, what's up? That's right. I don't forget where I'm from. Come on now.
Down from the
Yeah,
217.
I actually bought one of them comic books, and I bought two of them just so I could open the bag up
Yeah,
for the second one.
yeah.
Hell yes. Even then you knew. Hell yes.
But you still have
Yeah,
your collection, though, Mike, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like it's a huge collection.
How many boxes have you got now? Or should I say how many rooms?
Dude, I'm not that nuts. I try to like rein in a little bit, man. I jump around a lot, but
Yeah.
I really like my Spider-Man and Venom comic books, man, and everything else is kind of like, all right, I'll hold off and wait.
Nice.
Like my dude growing up was Wolverine.
I also collected all these freaking pops, dude. I got addicted to them damn things.
Oh, the pops.
Yeah.
Dude, you're old. So the last time I was in Philly, I went to Mike and Kim's old house, and they have this room. It's full of like Harry Potter stuff and
Nice.
also like Mike's Spider-Man stuff, and it's all pops, dude. Like Kim has like all these like Harry Potter pops,
Oh, she's on
She
them
has
now
the full
too.
set, man.
the
Wow.
full
Like-
set, dude.
That's
Yeah,
dangerous.
like some special ones come out, dude. She's on it. I'm like,
Like
I just see shit and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I like that.
I am jealous of Kim's Harry Potter collection. Like I went in there and I had like a semi-chub. I was like, damn, look at all this. I was jealous.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nothing like being a nerd, man.
Right? Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with being a nerd.
Nothing wrong with being a nerd.
I love Harry Potter. And Spider-Man, that's Mike's dude. That's Mike's dude.
Yeah,
and,
man.
and Venom, like there's something about like a guy who like just loves spraying his web everywhere.
Damn right.
Hey man, who doesn't like just hosing his web on buildings, right? Just
Hey,
out
here,
in
hold my
public.
go.
I made this myself.
Here. And it disintegrates after a while,
Right.
so you can just shoot it on anywhere and nobody cares.
Yeah, you got 2 hours, man.
Right, 2 hours and then it just poofs apart. Don't go selling that on eBay now, baby.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
do
buddy.
that. So Mike, what I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead,
Scotty.
man. Do.
What is it about Spider-Man that he's your favorite? What is it about him and
What got you hooked on
yeah,
Spider-Man?
Yeah,
man?
like that one character because you do like that's your dude.
Spider-Man used to be my guy also when I was a kid, when I was younger.
Right, yeah. He's an easy guy to have.
Oh my God,
be
love
your
him. He's
favorite.
he's
Yeah.
a great one.
Well, the reason why I really like is the way Peter Parker was. He was young. He was, he was a kid, man. They explain it like Stan Lee wrote a lot of cool things, man. Like knowledgeable stuff in comic books.
Right,
If
he
you read
did.
it properly, man, it was like, wow, okay, I kind of I learned something from a freaking comic book.
And there was morals too back then.
Yeah, man,
it
it was
was.
a lot about morals, man, and it made it right, man. And it made you feel like his stories, one of his characters, too, would make you feel like that was your life, like what you were going through when you were a kid. And when I was a kid, man, I got picked on a lot, even though I was a big dude. I got picked on, and
Yep.
then when I got bigger, dude, I started helping the little guys, man, and.
Mike was always the big dude, so like I don't know what you're talking about. Like I've seen Mike thrash like 2 or 3 dudes at one time. I'm like, all right, Mike, do you need any help? No, I'm
Nope,
good. You got this shit. But that was all that inside
I
anger.
wouldn't be that way unless I didn't read that stuff, man. Like I wanted to be a hero, Like
Yeah,
I want to be that person.
yeah. Well, that's true. You have a big heart, so you want to like help people out, and that's what it's about. It's about what's right and what's wrong, and that's what these comic books are a lot about.
Absolutely, man.
What's justice.
Yep.
Yes.
And
and a sense of right and wrong. And wrong was usually, it was absolutely ridiculous what they were trying to do, but they were still trying to do it, you know?
Right.
Right. It was so silly and stupid. No one would even possibly think of that. Well,
Never.
Here would come the Green Goblin, you know?
Yeah, who would think of that shit?
Right. And here comes some crazy fucker throwing pumpkin bombs at you.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell's that dude?
Who's this motherfucker, right? And then later...
And Venom was also a great, like, nemesis, dude.
Yes.
Like,
oh, yeah.
Yes. Now,
so when that all came out, dude, it was like, all right, Peter Parker had a little dark side to him, you know?
Yeah.
Here was the symbiote.
Right.
Right.
Even though it was from a fan, too.
Yeah.
Really?
That was a
Yeah.
That was one of the better parts.
That's cool.
And they offshot a whole series off of it because you have Venom and then you have Carnage and I think there's a few others too.
The Venom story is in the comics. It's really good, but
it's still taking off, man.
But the movie,
I thought they were going to end it.
But the movie with Tom Hardy was bad. Like I didn't like it at all, dude.
It could have been better, but I didn't think it was horrible.
Nah, that's like I'm saying, like about the Joker. Like I liked it. It was just that certain things, dude, didn't jive, man.
Yeah.
Like that Venom with no symbiote, like the spider on his chest and everything, dude.
Right.
That's hogwash, man.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's all because of the whole.
That's your rights.
Yeah. Like Sony has the rights to Spider-Man.
Right.
Marvel had to do that just so they could build their studio. And that's what sucks.
So are they going to squeeze in Venom in the Marvel universe?
So what I heard is that when they do this multiverse kind of thing or Spider-Verse, that you're going to see all the different Spider-Men, but they might incorporate Venom that way and bring him in, and that way he'll get the black suit somehow. They're not going to follow canon, dude. That's what I'm saying.
So they're going to do like Tom Holland and a bunch of others as Spider-Man?
Yeah, because if you watched, which Spider-Man was it? They bring back, they bring back Vulture, and he's talking to, who is it? Oh, he's in the Morbius movie. Like, if you see the trailers for the Morbius movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't know if they're going to try to, like, play nice with each other and cross over stuff.
They are.
Okay.
From what I heard, they're going to treat...
You're seeing certain things, like, they're trying, but...
Right.
Yeah.
From what I heard, they were going to try and do with Venom what they did with Spider-Man. They were going to lease him to Marvel, and then the next Venom movie would be a Marvel Presents type thing.
Right.
I would hope so.
Like with Spider-Man. Because honestly, Marvel's doing it better. Just let them do it.
Just let them do it. Do it for the fans.
License it up.
Yeah.
You'll always be associated with that, but
Right.
you're going to get probably, 80 to 75% of the profits. Suck it up, let them do it, and go.
Because if Venom's done right,
Right.
and if they incorporate him in somehow, in some
Dude,
way,
if they did Maximum Carnage,
Oh
with
my God.
all three of them,
why
that would be
not?
fucking
Do
awesome.
it? It would be
Right.
incredible.
Yeah.
Because did you hear that he's going to be incorporated?
Yeah, he's going to
into
be
the Marvel?
incorporated now,
Yeah.
too.
That's like the biggest news this week.
Disney agreed with an R rating too. That was a
Yeah.
shocker.
Yeah, right? For Disney.
Yeah.
Like Ryan Reynolds gets to dress up like Deadpool once again.
Yeah, man. He even admitted he stole the suit. He took it home with him and shit.
Oh, did he really?
Well, I also heard that Hugh Jackman might come back for whatever as Wolverine
Really?
in one of those. For like a
That would
cameo
be
or something,
cool.
right? Yeah, I'd like to see
Yeah.
that too.
So are they supposed to do X-Men again?
They are going to bring
No.
the X-Men in.
Yeah, they're gonna bring him into the MCU somehow, but I think that's like the next.
We're in what, phase 4 now? That'll probably be phase 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they going to be the same X-Men? Like Hugh Jackman will be this
No.
and the other
They'll,
guy?
No.
they'll recast.
Okay.
No, they're already
All right.
trying to recast people now.
That's good.
Like they're throwing around ideas for it.
God, who the hell's going to be able to step into Hugh Jackman's role?
Yeah, I mean that guy.
Dude,
That guy
I
was
don't know.
perfect.
I heard some crazy ass shit, like the dude that played Harry Potter. I was like, why? I'm like,
What?
no.
Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah.
As Wolverine?
Yeah, he was one, and then
Oh,
who else was it?
no. Look, I think because in our generation, older guys, older fans, I think they see Wolverine, they see Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman was his hair, everything about him. He was ripped, dude. Like the dude was a big image. Like he was a huge iconic image in X-Men story.
Here's the thing, man.
How do you replace that? It's like replacing like Han Solo in a way.
Yeah, but if you
in a way, I'm not saying it's.
And you ever looked at pictures of Wolverine?
Okay.
He was a short, midget-looking dude.
Right.
Yeah,
he was small,
tiny,
man.
That is true.
Tiny, yeah. I've also heard
Charlie. When they go about like picking people, dude, it's like really difficult. Like, all right, man.
You need a short.
Okay.
You need a short, but it's cinema, so we could technically, they did Lord of the Rings with full-size people, you know, so we could do that. But the people that I just the Sons of Anarchy dude, the lead on that Charlie Hunnam.
Oh yeah,
they're saying he's in contention for him.
I'm okay with that.
I think that'd be all right.
Yeah.
I like this one, Scott Eastwood.
Yeah, I mean,
he almost has the look.
Yeah, and
I think he does.
And Tom Hardy. Yeah, I was gonna say Tom Hardy and Taron Egerton, the kid from the Kingsman.
He has the build for it, man.
I don't know about that kid. He's
not that kid. I mean,
the Kingsman.
Oh, that kid.
That kid.
Okay.
Tom Hardy. I really like Tom Hardy, but
So
I
do
think
I.
Tom Hardy's going to be busy doing.
Yeah, he's already doing Venom.
But he's Venom already. How can he do Wolverine?
Exactly.
It's like,
Well, you got to watch out with Marvel with that shit, dude. They play that crap all the time. Like you got Human Torch as Captain America.
Right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very confusing. And if they ever do that, they have to recast because Chris, what's his name?
Well,
Chris Pine.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Sorry, Chris Pine.
There's a lot of Chris's.
Chris Evans, like everyone sees him as Captain. Like when you look at him, you're like Captain America.
Right.
Like you don't think anything else.
That's America's ass. Yeah.
Yeah. And the
I
way
like it when he fought him and he was like, "That is America's ass."
That is
Yeah.
America's ass.
Captain High, big fan here.
Right, big fan. Well, I just read today, actually, at work. I was scrolling through Google and I read where he's coming back for another movie.
They're gonna sign him back on.
Yeah, him and Downey are coming back as like additional like pieces throughout.
Are they gonna be like a Are they gonna be like part of like a memory?
So what I think Downey's is going to be
throwback memory
is
part
they're
of it?
going to have, and I think this is genius if they do it.
Okay.
But with Downey, they're going to bring an Ironheart movie in where there's a new Iron Man. It's a girl. She's a young girl. She stumbles into one of Tony's workshops or something like that. Basically becomes Iron Man.
Yeah, Scott, was
That's
that
cool.
his kid or is that somebody they just?
So there's a couple of
brought on?
different lines. One of them is it's his kid, and then there's another one where it's just some like street kid that he picks up and kind of Bruce Wayne's him.
Okay.
And kind of mentors him and is like, "Hey, what's
Would you like
up?"
to be Iron Man?
Right. No
Man.
sex involved, but I can give you a suit to put on.
Would you
Yeah.
like?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You want to strap some iron between those legs? Let's do this.
Let's do it.
I'm Iron Man, baby.
I'll teach you how to fly.
Right.
Iron Vag.
That's
I'm
cool.
Iron Vag.
I'll be okay with that.
Whoosh.
That's the one thing I haven't done. I mean, like I have Disney Plus, obviously,
Right.
because of Sloan. But I've never really taken advantage of like just going back through the MCU and watching it.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Oh, you
man,
should.
they got the 90s X-Men cartoons on there.
Oh
dude. It's
yeah, I
great.
saw
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's great.
I remember that.
But my thinking though is if they do an Ironheart movie, Downey will be the AI. He'll be the voice of the AI in her head.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
So
cool.
he'll be like the Jarvis computer,
I see.
right.
Yeah.
And that's literally what, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 2 days worth of work for him.
Yeah, it's just voiceovers,
Right.
really.
Hey, you don't have to do. You just walk in there and throw it down. Be like, "I'm Downey, bitch, out."
Down here.
So when is like the next Marvel movie release going to be?
So tomorrow night, or is it tomorrow night, or so next thing's WandaVision.
Tomorrow night.
Oh,
it's
that's
Friday.
right, yeah.
Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, that comes out on
So you
Disney
agree?
Plus, right?
So what the hell is WandaVision? Please.
So
What is that?
in the comic books, Scarlet Witch is one of the most powerful freaking bitches in the whole fucking universe.
Right? She's
a real bitch.
She throws
She
down.
wielded a reality for herself and Vision,
Oh, wicked.
and made herself pregnant.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scandalous.
I know,
That's some scandalous
crazy.
shit right there.
And like, doesn't she makes him think that he's like a person? He's got skin. He's not an android. He looks like a person.
So he's actually he looks like he has flesh and all that.
His appearance.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about.
She just wants to make it as her world. So she's so powerful too that whatever she's like. She beat a freaking, what do you call it? An Infinity Stone.
Right. She destroyed an Infinity Stone.
She did. She is a powerful woman.
So that, and plus Kevin Feige said she was the strongest one in the universe now.
Word.
Yes.
So,
okay, that's...
Yeah.
And
before he said that was Captain Marvel.
Right.
Who, I'm even curious if we're going to get another Captain Marvel movie or not.
Yeah, I don't think... it doesn't look...
Yeah.
You think we will?
Yeah, you're going to get one.
They'll set up the Scree.
Okay.
Or what is it? The Skrull and the Kree,
Mm-hmm.
the war.
Well, they're supposedly doing the Fantastic Four's getting rebooted for Marvel.
I've heard that.
As a movie or as a Netflix?
Well,
or
Marvel now has
Disney
the rights
original.
to them.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the rights back. So
okay.
So Fantastic Four was the first family of superheroes for Marvel. They have to give it justice before they give it to X-Men.
Right.
I think that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so, and I hope they do it right.
But if they do it, they bring in Galactus and all that shit, dude. That's going to be freaking wicked.
Right. He better be a big fucking tall purple dude with a pitchback on his head.
Yeah, man. I don't want to see no fucking cloud.
Right. What the hell is that?
Yeah, bring back the original art.
Hell yeah,
man. Like the costume and all that. It needs to be very identical.
I want to see one of those, like a Jack
book.
Kirby approved movie with real life actors.
That would be cool as hell. I don't care if it's hokey, man.
It will be so hokey though.
But you know what? With CGI and the way Marvel does it,
right?
It could be pretty cool.
Now here's the thing. Like I like Marvel Universe and all that shit. I like how they handled some of the stuff, but some of the stuff I have to bring up some crap because it pisses me off.
Yeah.
One.
Okay.
Spider-Man, my favorite character. That motherfucker takes his mask off more than freaking Batman. Okay. In the comic books, he never fucking do that.
Right.
He's like Mandalorian.
Yeah.
This is the way.
Yeah.
No, because he never wanted anybody to get, find out who he was, so nobody would get hurt.
Right.
That was the whole thing for Spider-Man,
Okay.
That kid takes his mask off, and I'm like, dude, just put it back on.
Right.
You're Spider-Man. Keep that shit, keep your identity under the mask.
Like, I get it. They're just,
Mm-hmm.
trying to show the stars more, I guess.
Right,
sure.
yeah.
What's your other gripe, Mike?
Let's see.
Spit it, man. You have a stage now. This is a podcast. We have listeners in Ireland and all over the country and overseas, even Russia.
Oh, speaking of, I was going to tell you guys, we are, I got an email.
Yes.
Let me pull this email.
Tell me, Scott, what's going on with that?
So I got this wicked email. We are on a platform called Carlos.
Sweet.
And right now, the old 77 is trending on Carlos. We are number 88 in comedy interviews in New Zealand.
No shit. Out of 88, out of what?
We're just in the top 100. We're number 88.
We're 88.
No,
we charted, bitches.
Woo! 88 out of 155.
Right.
Out of
88 out of 90.
So we're just the old 77 American podcast.
Trending, motherfucker.
Trending in New Zealand. Thank you, all you New Zealanders.
Yes, thank you to JT who's making us trend.
He is. That's the only reason why we're trending over there.
I thought that was pretty cool, though.
Yeah. I mean, hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up, man. You can call us on Patreon, patreon.com/the old77podcast. There you can get access to bonus content. You can get early episodes, all that good stuff.
All the shit.
It's super cheap. And if you have a business, that works too, because we've got a business plan. $50 a month if you've ever done advertising.
Get you a blowy.
And a 30-second commercial that we'll play.
More like a gummer.
Right.
We'll make Dave do it.
Well, I mean, it's it's rough times. We're in a pandemic right now.
Sorry, Dave.
You can't get...
I know you're listening to this right now.
Yeah, let's make the guy sick at home who can't defend himself.
Dave's like, fuck you guys. God damn it, Matt. Taking advantage of my absence.
But absolutely, man. Yeah, you can do it all there. So check it out. Don't listen to that. Go to Patreon and support us.
No, seriously, we want you to be part of our...
We can get a couple more Patreon supporters, man. We're seriously considering building a studio in my house.
We are.
So,
we want to just...
you can help that along.
Give you the best entertainment.
We'll give you naming rights, perhaps.
Yeah. And we're going to have merch soon, too.
Right, yeah. I'm working on merch, too. We're going to have cups, Pilsner glasses, coffee cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old 77ers out there.
77ers. Is that what we're going to call them?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Mike's our first 70. Actually, Roger Mertz. So, Mike, Roger has been marathoning the podcast. He's all caught up now. But he went through 30 episodes within like a week and a half.
I was going to say he did it in a week.
Like, this dude just like Raj was, you know how Raj is, man. He's very focused. Once he starts something, he has to finish it strong.
Dude, you should see him, dude. He lost all this fucking weight, dude, because you know what he's doing? He's running, and he's listening to that.
Yes.
Well, that's fine. If we can be
shedding pounds with the old 77.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to work out while listening to us, that's cool. You know, you're the one who's sweating.
Yeah, right?
Oh, I'm happy for him, man.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
And thanks, Raj, again for listening, buddy.
Yeah, man, that guy, he plowed through a bunch of episodes.
Yeah, he does plow, doesn't
he? Raj plows.
Raj plows.
I got to listen to all your shows now, man.
Dude, you got a lot to listen to. We got a bunch of content online.
So the one you're on right now, this is episode, what did I say, 36?
This is 36, Mike.
Tonight. And we do one a week. Plus, we turn around and do another one, what we call a bonus content episode, which can be anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to 2 hours long on Patreon for paid subscribers only.
Yep.
And then we try to do enough in advance that we can release one on Patreon as well a week ahead.
So this episode that we're recording right now will be the following Tuesday. Not this Tuesday coming up, but the following Tuesday. It will be released at 3 a.m., and you can find it at any podcast platform.
Yep, it'll be there for you when you get there in the morning.
Yeah, Spotify, iTunes, it all. There's a whole. If you look at a platform, you will probably find us on its search engine.
This one will come out January 26th.
Correct.
And, nice.
Yeah. So you know what? Next, let's talk about who was the best Spider-Man. Are you down with that, Mike? You want to talk about the best Spider-Man coming up next?
Who was the best Spider-Man, Mike?
I like Tobey Maguire.
And reason?
The reason why, basically it's stuck by the comic book, like, straight off, man. It was great.
It was. He was pretty accurate. He was a good first Spider-Man. For me, I don't think he was the best, but he was a good first Spider-Man.
Yes. Now his Peter Parker and Spider-Man were kind of dead on. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until you got to that third movie when we're spider dancing.
That was retarded.
Dude, when he started that shit, I was like, all right, I'm done with you.
Yeah, when he starts doing the dance.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And one of the best things is when you hear that he actually did that whole tray scene in real life, where shit flies in the air and he catches it. Like, that was for real.
Yeah, he hurt his back on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like take, I don't know, 65 or something. Keep in mind, you also muted Mike.
Yes, and I messed up the thing real quick. Sorry, Mike. Here you go. You're back.
No worries, man.
Good Lord.
Cool. No, and the only thing I didn't like about Maguire's Spider-Man is because they did the organic shooters, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have, Spider-Man didn't have organic shooters.
No. Straight out his wrists.
Yeah.
Well, Mike,
I remember going to the theater to see that in a real small town, and there was a couple girls ahead of us, and it was like, you know, and it's at that scene, and these girls turn around and they're like, because you could just hear it squirting out of his arm.
Hey, Mike, hold that thought. Let's take a break real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
I got to piss.
All right.
Okay.
So, piss break from Matt.
We'll be right back. The old 77, baby. Bitches.
Your memories. Pregnancy, kids growing up, family, senior year of high school, getting engaged. You want to keep those moments forever. But the problem with most photographers is they decide which moments you keep. They'll sell you a single picture or a big all-inclusive package that might include photos you don't want at a cost that's outside of your budget. That's why I don't. You decide. A single photo, a single hour, you choose. You get all of your edited photos, everything, at Andrew Murray Photography. You get quality photos at prices you can afford. After all, they're your memories. Find us on Facebook, Andrew Murray Photography and Custom Design.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radio.
The Spider-Man from the 60s theme music. It's on the old 77. It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
And we have Philly Mike Thompson on the show. Mike is a dear old friend of mine. We've known each other for...
Oh, we've talked about Big Philly Mike on this show a lot.
20 plus years. I've known this guy since I was 12 years old. We've been through it all, Mike.
What was the story?
Yeah, buddy.
There was a story Maddie told today about being thrown over your shoulder and carried home from a party one night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mike carried me like a little baby.
Safe as a
I
baby.
was always carrying somebody.
That was the curse of being a big dude, man.
Mike was
Yeah,
Mike.
man,
Mike
right?
was Mike was my Kevin Costner, and I was his Whitney Houston that night.
Wow, the sex was awkward, I bet.
We'll always love Mike. I was like, thanks, Mike. Where's my lipstick?
Where's my
My bitch.
My bitch.
I'm someone's bitch.
Mm.
I'm someone's bitch.
They call me.
You guys hear that?
They call me Fish.
Squirrel Master.
I was gonna say, damn Squirrel Master.
Oh,
you better hurry up because I get out of here in 3 days.
What a great movie, man. If you don't know what we're talking about, that is Half Baked.
That's Half Baked, yeah. So
Great
back in the
Vegas.
day when that movie came out, we used to play the Half Baked weed smoking game. Every time they burnt, you burnt.
You burned.
Right. And you never made it like through 3/4 of the flick because you were just laying there like, oh my God.
I can't do this anymore.
You look like the dog after a while.
You're eating.
Right.
They killed Killer Bee.
Dude, and Funyuns, man.
Funyuns.
Man.
Oh, yeah, and, you know. Oh, yeah, and that stuff, you know, we used to get back in the day. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Pussy.
I do that to my wife all the time. She'll be like, oh, I'm going out to the store. I'm going out to the store. Do you need anything? And I'll be like, yeah. And I try to break it up, too. You can't do that every day. So I like, you know, every 6-7 months,
Yeah.
maybe
You
every
can't do it
year
every
or
day,
two.
no.
You know, I've done it several times, though, lately. And she's caught on.
Yeah, man.
So I'll be like,
Ditto
oh, yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
That stuff we used to eat all the time back in the day. And I'd always try to randomize it up. But it was always the same thing. Yeah, pussy. The look on her face.
You can, yeah. I was going to say something disgusting, but I'm not going there.
Right. Son of a bitch.
I was going to say something disgusting, but I decided not to.
It's a safe place, man.
It is.
It's a safe place, man.
That's right.
But it's just disgusting. I don't want people thinking differently of me.
Oh, you don't want to offend anybody?
Not on this. Not on me.
Too late.
Mike, this is a safe place, Mike. Like, we can say whatever we want, really.
Hey,
To
man,
a
everybody's
degree.
got their own level of safe.
That is true. Anyway, going back to the web slinger himself, you know, Spider-Man's it's had all kinds of versions now.
Oh, man, there's been tons of Spider-Mans.
You know, we've
right?
had Tobey Maguire, we've had the Andrew Garfield, we've had the Tom Holland version. Mike, you were saying before break that you like the Tobey Maguire guy, the Tobey Maguire version. What is it about Tobey's? What's about Tobey that you like? Now, do you think Tobey's a better Peter Parker than everyone, or do you think he's a better Spider-Man than everyone?
I just thought the movie itself was more like the comic book.
Right.
Okay.
So it made it feel like more like, you know.
But it was also the very first one.
Point. Yeah.
Which I thought was really good.
The whole Uncle Ben and everything like that and all that shit, you know, but it was pretty good. And he balanced the Spider-Man and the Peter Parker a little bit better than everybody else. I do like the new kid, Tom Holland. He is kind of dorky but athletic.
He's very athletic, but he's also, I think, mouthy enough too.
Yeah,
because you need somebody who's mouthy,
that, like jerk off with it, like
sarcasm,
right?
The sarcasm, yeah.
Fucking jerk off.
Like he's the nerd you want to beat up, but you can't because he's got this special power.
Because he's strong as shit.
From a radioactive spider.
Yeah, he's the mouthy nerd that you don't fuck with.
You're like, hey, I'm gonna fuck with you, and then he breaks your face open.
Right.
Hey, man, in the comic books, he was one of the only people that could knock out the Hulk.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And that never happened. That just pissed him off even more, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, now this is my thing, man. I like Tobey Maguire. I really like Tom Holland. I think Tobey and Tom Holland are like right there in this. I think Tobey's the nerdiest Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is he's a kid. He's more of a kid.
Yeah, he's got the kid down.
He's more of an immature kid.
And I love what they're doing with Aunt May.
Because Tobey Maguire's was a little more mature, but he was a nerd.
Right.
He had to, he was self-disciplined, but still he wasn't like immature.
I like the Andrew Garfield one, man. I thought he played a good Spider-Man.
I thought
he played a good Spider-Man. The suit was decent.
Not so much though on the Peter Parker. But he was a good
not so
Spider-Man.
much on the Peter Parker. Yeah.
I agree because he was too cool to be Peter Parker.
Yeah.
He was a good-looking dude, like had a stylish haircut. Like
Peter Parker could never talk anyone into the sack. That dude clearly could.
That dude could get
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, you want to pet my hair? Not that hair.
I'm talking about the curtains, bitch.
There's only hardwood on this fucking thing.
Me lady.
I hate your face.
I'm trying. Yeah.
How'd you see me?
Fucking weirdo.
Fucking weirdo.
But no, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was really good. He just was too cool to be Peter Parker. I think the best Peter Parker was Tobey Maguire, then Tom Holland. And as Spider-Man goes, Andrew Garfield takes that. And I think I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man more than Tobey.
You know, I never even thought of it until Big Philly Mike said that he takes his fucking mask off all the time.
Yes.
Now that bothers me. That bothers me now. You're right.
Like
sorry, Scott.
Damn it.
Well, like that one scene in Spider-Man, I think it was the original one, the first one with Tobey Maguire.
Right.
He was stopping the train.
Yeah.
And then like everyone picks him up and he has his mask off. Like, what the hell's that?
Well,
yeah.
Like his identity is now out there.
That actually was cool. I liked that because that was comic accurate.
Yeah, and they did the whole thing like, oh, we're New Yorkers, so
right.
we're going to keep it a secret. Like,
absolutely,
like New Yorkers could actually do that.
Yeah, right.
Of course.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Every single one of them went to Hell's Kitchen and got murdered. That's why.
Yeah.
Right?
But also, this movie, when that movie came out, it was before, like, smartphones. No one didn't have you couldn't really take a video a clear video on your phone. You can take a video, but it looks like shit. You know what I mean? And also, pictures are all fucked up. But now it's like you can't get away with that. If some guy had his Spider-Man mask off and you're carrying him through a crowd in the subway.
They're all New Yorkers. They're all banding together.
Yeah, right.
They'd be all their phones.
They'd have all their fucking smartphones in his face. Like, look at this guy fucking passed out. And we found out who Spider-Man is.
Check it out. My dick's on his cheek. That's Spider-Man. Whoa.
Teabagging Spider-Man. Hey.
Potato sacking Spider-Man.
I think
He's got the goggles on.
With Mysterio, Matt. I think that's how Marvel's trying to correct that.
Sorry. Scott's throwing me.
Sorry, man. He broke me.
With the goggles?
I look over and Matt goes, because we're talking about putting your dick on Spider-Man and taking a picture. And Matt's flat out got two hands on his eyes that look like ball sacks. And he's like, Spider-Man's got the goggles on.
What's he going like this?
Right. Oh, I'm sorry, man. He killed me on that.
Oh, man. Oh, Mike.
Snoogans on break.
Nice Snoogans.
I'm sorry, Mike. What were you saying?
No, I said what they're trying to do with that last Spider-Man, and where they come out and they go, "Oh man, Peter Parker Spider-Man," you know?
Yeah.
They did that in the comic books, but
right.
Isn't that what directly led to the Death of Spider-Man run?
Oh yeah, dude, that whole thing was the offshoot of Civil War too.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
if
there you
read
go.
The comic.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, was it really?
So we're coming off of Civil War. Well, the first Civil War, because there's been two of them now.
Yes.
Which I really liked that movie.
I thought they did Civil War well.
That was excellent.
But, you know, now that Mike fucking brings it up, the little scrawny bastard comes flipping around, pulls arguably the, most important, dangerous dude ever's shield away. Wow, check me out, totally cool with it. He's like, hey, kid, blah, blah, blah. They're talking. They're jovial so far. And then all of a sudden, all these fucking superpower people show up. What does he do? Yeah. Whip his mask off. Oh, guys, what's going on over here?
Oh, my God.
Peter Parker over here.
Hey.
And I never even connected that now. Oh, damn it.
There you go.
If there's anybody who could potentially hunt me down and kill me, it'll be one of these guys, right? Hey, here's my face.
Why would you do that? That's stupid.
Right? Want to get my thumbprints and my ballsack print too?
Take a picture, it lasts longer. Oh, shit.
Right. Hawkeye's got an arrow with a camera on the end of it. So fucking disposable. Then another arrow to retrieve it.
So what are the plans for the Spider-Man franchise?
We've got what? We got one more with Tom Holland?
Yeah.
And they're all going to be like whatever from home.
Yeah.
So he's only down to do one more movie?
Like Coming Home or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
That's all he's doing is one more.
I think he only had 3 in him, plus a couple of, whatever. But I'm sure they're going to extend it.
So okay. I was going to say, like, he's not going to stick it out like
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Some of these other characters.
Tom Holland fought when there was talk between the two companies. He's basically the one that made him sit down and go, look, we're doing this.
Really?
Yeah. So good on him.
Yeah. But I don't know if they're going to do the whole thing. I don't know. I don't want to sound like a douchebag or anything, but I don't want...
It's too late.
I don't like fucking Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the whole multiverse kind of thing, and he is a Spider-Man, but he's not the Spider-Man.
Right.
I hate when people say, he's Spider-Man. I'm like, no, he's not Spider-Man.
Right.
Well, see, that goes back to the DC thing. He's Spider-Man 8195.
Right.
Right.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's all. Comics always do weird shit like that, man.
Of course. There's always ways around shit.
There's always a multiverse, some kind of haywired event.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that triggers another one, which triggers our universe.
Why do they do that?
And that's your great big event, man. You could sell more comics that way.
Oh, I see.
And plus you can kill off dudes and, we got a multiverse, so it's stacked with more, right? 2 or 3 episodes later, everybody's boo-hooing.
You get that guy. You get it.
Right. And then you get creative writers like Garth Ennis who can be like, oh, well, Superman's going to come back, but he's going to have an STD.
Yeah, right.
What's he got? Is he flying around with like
He's going to have like super herp that, shoots out. It's got laser beams for, every 600 eyes in the herp itself. So
big red blotches coming out.
Right. It's all itchy and shit.
Like, watch
you
out,
hear
everyone.
it coming. It's like a dude in windbreaker pants scratching his balls coming a mile away. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, my God. And all of his enemies have herpes now. Hey, I see you got the itch.
Right. You got the herp, too?
Once you get it, you don't come back.
It's the gift that keeps giving.
Keeps you warm in those cold, cold Gotham nights.
That's when Deadpool rides by and says exactly what God said.
Yeah. Coming up on winter. Better get the herp.
Now we know why Superman can fly around in the wintertime. He has gonorrhea. I get it when I want to stay warm, okay?
That's not Green Lantern.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Sick.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where they go
man.
from that.
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
You know what, Matt?
Yeah.
I want to say one more thing since you brought up Scarlet Witch.
Sure, yeah, the new show that's coming on tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So, she's also Magneto's daughter.
Yeah. I'm wondering how they're going to do that.
She's a mutant, and nobody wants to say anything
I didn't
about
know that.
Well, that was so somebody actually brought that up on a thread I was following online, and they said that could be the perfect end for the X-Men, that they reveal her as a mutant and not necessarily, someone with quote-unquote magic, but they could bring her in that way, and then that would roll the whole thing in.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I doubt if they do that. But...
Her and her brother were Magneto's kids. They were twins.
Okay.
So, did you ever read the quick issue of that with her and Quicksilver, and they were like incestuous?
What?
Yes,
yeah, he knew what I was talking about. So there's a whole run of comics where they're straight up boning each other. They're brother and sister, but they're like banging. And the creepy part is like it's implied that in this like whatever universe that they're not Magnetos, that they're Wolverines. And there's a scene where Wolverine's watching them. And he's like in the bushes off behind him. It's like this little short midget dude watching him bone.
Now,
all I could think when I read that too was the sound his claws make. Like you just know it's like schnick, 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 schnick.
Now, do they say in the comic book that they're?
Oh
boning?
yeah,
like,
yeah. They don't hide the fact that they're brother.
Like you see, like a little like bubble. In the bubble writing, it's like, oh yeah, touch me there.
I don't know if it's I mean, there's like a couple, if I remember right, a couple panels where she's straight up riding him.
Yeah, there's some dark.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Book. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So that's some like backwoods Alabama shit right there.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Like, hey man, what you going to do?
But they were totally
have sex with your sister.
Like
they were have some fun with my siblings.
I'm just gonna knock a piece off. It's all right. It's okay. We're made from the same stuff.
It's like KFC, baby.
Right?
Finger looking good.
Oh my god.
Hey, I like your cape.
Yeah.
I like yours too.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what is this, Star Wars?
Yeah.
No, it's better.
Who's kissing somebody's sister?
Open mouth kiss, my sister. She was drunk anyway.
Right.
Coke. She was high on cocaine.
Wow, that makes that blowjob look nothing.
She was high on nerve herders.
High on nerve herders.
Nerve herder.
When Han found out that Luke and Leia were really close, he was kind of weirded out.
But yet but deep down he knew. He knew.
It's like, you love Luke more than me,
It was so
don't you?
weird because Luke always wanted to sit in.
Damn it, you Leia.
They would have a conversation through the Force while they were banging.
I'm touching you right now. Oh yeah, I'm touching you
Was it
too.
like Back to the Future? Oh, it's like kissing my brother. What?
What?
If they're talking to each other through the Force, is it like phone sex?
I don't know. I was wondering that too. Like, explain what he's touching you with now.
I'm really wet right now.
Right. Good enough for you, brother. You're the cock.
His face is wet. He's like, wait a second, where'd this come from?
Oh. He just got solo. Right. Force juice.
It's that blue titty milk.
Oh.
Luke loves that blue titty milk, you know that?
Oh my god.
This is nothing like that milk I got from my sister.
Right.
The blue titty milk is much better.
Gives her the same look though. Slaps the titty off his face.
Yeah, there's more protein in this.
Gives a good smile.
Yeah.
So, Mike, we've talked about this on the podcast before, and we are just like blown away how Luke is, was portrayed as such like this rundown old Jedi who was
This
basically
quitter.
like
he gave up.
basically like begging like to scrap for food and stuff like that, while he can just like roast one of these porgs on a rotisserie, but with just his powers. You know what I mean? And then he's like, going out of his way, jumping off cliffs, and basically sucking a titty off sucking this alien's titty and getting blue titty milk.
The problem is, Matt, And Scott's gonna know what I'm gonna say because I'm just gonna blame this all on fucking Disney.
Yeah, I knew exactly where you were going.
What's her name?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy.
She's not coming back.
Well, thank God.
Yeah.
She ruined everything. Like Ryan Johnson. Ryan, if you ever hear this, you fucked up Star Wars, you fucking moron.
Yeah, he's never going to
hear
this,
The movie was everywhere. I almost walked out of that fucking movie, dude.
The original fans, is that the dude that said that?
He wanted to make Star Wars different.
I
was like, no, just stick to the fucking formula, dude. Like, no Star Wars fans want to see that. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Nah, I was going to say, the only thing, like I said to you the other day, I thought Rogue One was the closest one that seemed like an old time, the original,
You hit it. You nailed it right on the head, Mike.
Yep. That's the only one so far that they've done well.
Yeah.
Like that Vader.
Besides, Mandalorian's awesome, don't get me wrong.
Oh, Mando's great.
Yeah.
And that Vader.
Now, see, there's a whole lot with Star Wars. There's like books and novels and all kinds of crazy shit, dude, that you got to like look into, and then the cartoons and all that stuff.
Well, they recently just released.
Star Wars is confusing.
They just released a timeline and reset everything. Like we've got different High Republics now, and different in between times, and Falls of the Jedi, and all that. It's all changed again.
Yeah.
So from what I heard the other day, I saw an article on Flipbook, and it was talking about George Lucas when he was early George Lucas and he started writing stuff. His next idea after Star Wars, when he did what he wanted to, was to be a story that was set after the fall of the Republic, and it was basically The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And him and Dave Filoni, who's the dude now doing The Mandalorian with Favreau.
Yeah.
Filoni's awesome. I love Dave Filoni.
Him and Favreau get along well.
Filoni is using Lucas's script, and that's what they're filming with the Mandalorian. So this is Lucas wrote stuff.
So he was involved in this story.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So Dave
that is
Filoni,
cool
you
as
see
hell,
Lucas in some of the backdrop things, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mando's, I mean, so far so good, right? Through the first 3 seasons.
Have you seen all of
2
Mando
seasons?
yet?
I'm sorry,
Are you caught up?
My apologies.
Yeah, I seen all of them.
So you've caught up with Luke and everything?
Oh, yeah.
So how did you feel about the reveal of Luke?
I like it, but then, I guess that's the whole point of it, that you're going to get like a whole offshoot of just Luke, I guess.
I guess.
I mean, they're talking about the dude who played Winter Soldier.
Right, yeah. I can't think of his name.
I can't remember
Sebastian
his name.
Stan?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. He does look like Mark Hamill, a young Mark Hamill.
I think he could have played it off.
So I think they're going to try to do that.
That would be
that's
badass.
the suggestion.
Well, I saw a headline this morning before I came into work, and it says that they're now being pressured to reveal more of that storyline with Luke and little
Grogu. Grogu.
So I mean, I don't know how much. I don't know if there's any legs to that story, but
hey, I
it
think
was
that'd be
published.
awesome.
So I think like if there's smoke, there's a story. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and the dude's already working for Disney, and he's pretty much said, "Hey, I'll stick around, and you can use me as much as you want." You know?
Yeah. But that Boba Fett show, I'm sorry if you haven't seen the show yet. If you're listening right now, I'm sorry, you're fucked.
Well, screw you, because it's been out long enough now.
Like, yeah, it's been out for like 3 weeks now. If you haven't seen it, then you've been living underneath a fucking rock.
Well, that's another thing. Well, they're going to have Mandalorian and like the story of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Well, the Fett story is a whole different thing, right? Like it's a whole different like miniseries.
Well, we've never had anything from the Fett before. This is everything. This is fan service.
But now, I'm sure there'll be some like crossover, like if Mando needs to go see Fett for something.
Oh, there better be.
They can cross those stories now, like they do in the MCU.
Well, and if you think about it, Mando is now the leader of an entire planet.
Yeah.
So he's got that.
He got that Darksaber.
Yeah, he's got the Darksaber. He's the leader of an entire religion.
You think she's gonna fight him?
Yes.
He's gonna whoop her. He's gonna whoop her ass.
I don't know, man. Bo-Katan's pretty.
He's gonna whoop that ass.
But he has
pretty resourceful, man.
He has that fucking what's his name too.
But he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't want it. He doesn't even know what it is, to be honest.
Yeah, it's tallywagger.
Right.
Whatever. It's some kind of beater thing.
And in other words, she's named Tally now.
I mean, it can take a lightsaber. Like that thing can.
That's Beskar, baby.
Beskar. That's what it
that's
is.
one of the best new inventions ever. Is Beskar.
Tickle my armor.
Right.
Yeah. Get your Beskar. Get your Beskar stick today, and you're at a planet near you.
Planet near you. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go get my Beskar stick, man.
Ooh. I've only got my mom's Beskar dildo. It's all I got. It's all I got of dear Granny.
It's hard to lube up.
Right. But once you get it going.
Goes to the Forge chick here. You know this.
Use the Force.
Oh, this has many miles on it, youngling.
So my experience with the Luke, when Luke showed up in The Mandalorian, I didn't realize it was Luke until I
knew
saw
it was
the
Luke
Green
right
Saber.
away, man.
Did you really? Did you? You didn't think it was another Jedi?
No.
No, I didn't either. When they showed the X-wing dude by itself.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a dead giveaway.
When they straight up went, oh, hey, there's an X-wing?
Because they didn't show R2 on the top of it.
No. But it pulled in, and then out came this hooded figure, and immediately drawn was a green lightsaber.
Yeah, but you couldn't see the green lightsaber yet.
You could see it.
First,
but there was like a black. It was in black and white at first.
The glove came out first.
No, but I'm talking
black glove.
I'm talking like way before like he even fucking turned it on. He's walking out. He's going through this hallway. It's all black and white,
right?
You see the glove.
So all you see. See, I'd have to go back and look at it.
But still,
but you knew it was Luke.
But the glove. Yeah. Well, like Mike was saying, the glove and the lightsaber color, I knew immediately it was Luke.
Green. As soon as it was green, I was like,
that's like in the hallway, man. If in the hallway at the end of Rogue One, if it was just the red glow and we saw nothing and we heard nothing, you'd know it was Vader.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, when he was walking down that hallway before he faced any of those dark soldiers,
dude,
I was like, I was just saying, there's no fucking way. I kept saying that over and over again. I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way this is Luke. And then as soon as I saw that green saber come, I'm like, holy fuck, this is Luke.
And watching him just whip ass, like badass Luke.
And it was badass Luke. It was like Luke in his prime, dude.
Right.
It's like fucking Joe Montana in his prime.
Dude, that
like watching
Luke,
this dude go at it.
That Luke just survived the Death Star for the second time, saved his father, you know.
Beat the Emperor.
I mean, that guy got laid last night.
This dude was the most
probably, let's be honest, he probably fucked a princess last night, right?
2 princesses probably.
From a planet that no longer exists.
2 chicks one time.
And one of them's in my head. Hell yeah. That's right, Leia. Give me a Force handy.
But like honestly, like he was the
she's banging Han and he's Force choking her. Yeah,
like, motherfucker.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
That's my sister. No one bangs my sister but me.
But Han likes the Force scratches, so it's.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, he is the most powerful guy in the universe.
At that point, yeah.
And he's just whooping that ass. And that last Dark Trooper that he just squeezes like a can.
Right.
That was awesome, dude. That I was like, yes, fuck him up.
Fuck that Dark Trooper.
I also like the one where he drags the other one to him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, come here.
I was like, yeah.
I love how like he decapitates the one and then he like takes the Force and then like uses his helmet as a fucking weapon and just hits the other one with it.
Yeah. So in the comic books, they did a Luke Skywalker series for a little bit, and they actually have the Dark Troopers, because when these guys showed up, I thought it was these Dark Troopers. Mm-hmm. There's a Moff whatever who makes these Dark Troopers and fuses somehow the Force within them, so they're robots that can use the Force.
That's
no shit.
It's wicked. And so that's like the next evolution of Stormtrooper.
Okay. But how about like Moff Gideon? Like
I like that character.
I like him.
They still miss stuff, Scott.
Right?
But they still miss stuff.
Right. Yeah.
I like him, but
absolutely.
I like him, but he turned out to be like a total bitch.
Yeah.
Like mean, yeah, he had the Darksaber, but anyone would be like fucking cool with that Darksaber. That would like increase your toughness by like 8 points. With that,
just 8.
Like
dude,
this thing slicing through like straight metal.
Yeah.
That guy at that. What the hell's his name? I forget.
He,
Moff Gideon guy, right?
yeah, he was in Breaking Bad. He was the
Giancarlos.
yeah, he was the owner of the chicken store, the Chicken Hut.
Yeah.
That guy fucking went out brutally, right?
Would you like some meth with your chicken?
Gus.
Yeah, he got his fucking face blown off.
Gus lost an eyeball.
Half his face, like
Right?
fucking Two-Face.
I enjoyed the hell out of that.
Oh,
Yeah, but they could have got somebody else to play him a little bit more badass, I think.
I don't know.
but
he did all right.
I think he did well because he's not supposed to be like that.
I know he's a
that dude
jerk.
who's supposed to be a badass. Like he's a fucking military general, and he tries to like throw his dick around, but really he's just a fucking pussy.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Esposito.
Esposito, yeah.
Arriba.
But no, going back, The Mandalorian was done well. I'm really happy with season 2 was definitely better than season 1.
Yeah, but you had to set it up though.
You had to set it up. Season 1 was good. I
gotta
like
see
season
why
1.
this guy's a
The
badass.
first episode with the dragon was badass.
Oh yeah,
right?
dude, yeah. I mean,
Dude, the one with the horn thing, that was pretty cool too.
Oh, the rhino, yeah.
The mud horn.
The mud horn?
Yeah.
But I saw a bunch of Star Wars fans being Star Wars fans online saying how fucking stupid CGI in Luke's face was and this and
I
that.
didn't care.
I didn't care. No one cared. They just wanted to see Luke Skywalker
That's
back.
the one thing I didn't care for, was when they revealed him and he was just so tight-lipped. Like, oh man, really? So he's after that awesome battle, Luke's gonna come out and show his prick. Like, hey, yeah, I'm a cock. Look at me, I'm a Jedi.
Yeah.
But
Give me that kid.
But I think it was like the whole point was, like he's controlled. Like he's very composed now. He controls his power. He doesn't get too emotional. He kicks ass, and fucking he's very quiet. He's very soft spoken.
It's hard to see that Luke then in the future losing his shit trying to kill his nephew.
I agree, and that's why I
Right?
believe that director totally went the other way, and that shit should have never been even fucking produced.
So
man.
do we have some kind of like event in Star Wars and reset the timeline and put Luke back to a badass?
Well, they tried to do that, and they gave you Rey. You know, they had to spin it and make it a woman and all that fun shit. So
I mean, she's
that's
all
still
right.
horrible. It was the same fucking story all over.
Pretty much.
Well, they had to like use the same formula to get back Star Wars fans.
But that's exactly what it is. I mean, Star Wars is an opera in space.
It is. It's
You know?
it's
Right.
fucking magic in space.
It's
dude.
Hamlet in space.
It is. It's Hamlet in space. It's a good.
You kill
fucking
your
metaphor.
father, you know. It's all
Yeah.
family. Fuck your family.
Yeah.
You know.
Him looking at Vader's helmet and
Right,
shit. You're
right.
like, oh.
But like,
And it looks like a penis.
but just like looking back on the '80s and seeing like the Empire, the second one,
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back, and coming out of that theater, you'd have to be quiet for other people who are lined up.
Not me,
Because
man.
you'd be like, I can't believe that Vader's his fucking dad, man. And then you have other people like, motherfucker, I'm waiting in this line for like 2 hours to see this movie.
That was totally me
And
as
he
a
just-
kid.
And you're gonna fucking talk about how Luke was told by Vader that
Right.
I'm your daddy, dog.
Yeah, that was totally me as a kid, man. I
like,
was that
you
little prick.
son of a bitch. I'm gonna kick your kid's ass, man.
That's why I don't even look at my phone for like days. If I really want to watch a movie or something like that, and it just came out, I'm not looking at my phone for days, man.
Nah, man, go for it.
Oh,
Because
dude.
people are like,
I love them.
they just drop shit sometimes. You're like, dude,
I love
you're
it though.
fucking up for everyone else.
Spoil the hell out of it for me. That's fine.
So when The Force Awakens first came out, when The Force Awakens first came out, I was on Twitter and I was like trying to like find like a flyer score because I didn't watch the game that night.
Right.
And they played the Rangers. So I
Damn, you
found
even know who they played.
this.
Matt remembers all that shit, Scott.
Right?
But I was so busy. I think it was so busy. I know it was during November. No, it wasn't.
I
It
don't
was
even
like
know what
early
I
December.
did this morning, and Matt, like, oh yeah, they
I
played
think I was
5-4.
just
It
the
was,
Flyers beat the Rangers that night, and I just wanted to see like I was looking for fan reaction.
Yeah.
So this one Ranger fan, like, he's like, you know what? Fuck you, Flyer fans. Han Solo dies in the movie, and I saw it. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
and this is before I seen it. I'm like, That can't be true. That can't be true. And sure enough,
I remember that, Matt.
And sure enough, that motherfucker was right. And I was in the movie theater when he got impaled by his son, and I'm like,
that son of a bitch,
trucker.
He got skewered, man, by his nephew.
Right.
But this dude just comes out on social media. He's like, "Fuck all you Flyer fans." Han Solo dies.
Right.
I was like, "You son of a bitch!" Now I hate Ranger fans even more.
Han Solo dies at the end.
Cocksucker.
Yeah. I think a
cocksucker
lot of people
move,
should
man.
keep comic books and certain genres out of their mouth.
Look, I get it. We're all like different fan bases and different fucking cliques and different clans of what we're interested in. But you know what? You should never ruin something for someone else.
Shit, yeah.
Right. Just to be an ass.
Don't do that shit, man.
Why
Are
not?
you kidding me?
Why not, though?
Yeah.
You only live once, brother.
I'm still going to see the fucking movie.
Right. You've already waited in line 5 hours. Now you just know. And when it happens,
now they're trying to take fucking Punisher away from us, man.
Dude, I heard about that.
Now tell us what's going on. I haven't heard anything about
Yeah, I heard about this.
Some of the people were wearing. Of course, everybody has a Punisher T-shirt somewhere, dude. You know.
Yeah, but the Punisher symbol though is starting to morph into something else.
They thought so. I don't know where this came from, dude. I'm like,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So now they're all pissed off and telling Marvel that they should retire the Punisher.
Right. So the Punisher had the original skull logo on the chest. Well, now, seeing how he's become more popular in recent, decades,
Sure.
like I'm trying to think. Punisher came out like maybe in the 70s. I can't really remember. Maybe 60s. Now that I think of it. But
yeah,
like militias have adopted the skull.
Is that right?
And you see it even around here. You see it on a lot of like cars and volunteer fire department and police.
Yeah, they got it with the flag in it and all that.
Right.
Well, it's a cool fucking skull. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's
so
a badass logo.
Were wearing them at the protest, and now they're a no-no.
Well, they're wearing them, flashing, signs that I didn't even know were that shit, The OK sign now is white supremacist sign that I didn't realize. Right. Yeah.
Like that one.
No, we're okay. We're okay.
Yeah. We're okay. You're ignorant.
Yeah. No.
It all started when that dude, that Cubs fan, was at a baseball game and like,
hey everybody,
he did the whole thing. And
then everyone was like, "Oh!"
And people were like commentating like on national television about it. I'm like, so you people have nothing else to talk about?
I remember
but
3 days later, some Jeannie Shapiro was like, "That's a white supremacist."
Like it was stupid. It was like, why are we even talking about this? There's other things in the world to talk about.
Right. Well, there wasn't at that time apparently.
Like it's the oldest game in the book, dude.
Well, that's a white guy wearing that symbol. That's bad.
Right. And so when that shit gets broadcast, that white supremacists are going to be like, absolutely, that's our new slogan.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Right?
We're going to take that one.
So now it is.
Yeah.
Now you made it, you assholes.
Right.
So
and the shittiest part, Mike, is I've got a pair of socks that have the circle game on them, and it says gotcha. Right?
What was that?
I've got a pair of socks that have the circle game on them. And like you can pull your socks, like your pant leg up, and it's got like the OK sign, the circle game, and it says "Gotcha" on them.
Even more.
Yeah, it's badass. I love them.
Oh, they're great, dude.
Because the dude that we were talking about earlier, Nichols, he likes to play that fucking game still,
all the time.
Although for him, it's all about dominance. Like if he gets you, then he's dominated you. Oh, I got you. It's the only time I've ever played it where I've never been hit. It's
if I ever like get my finger in that hole, though, I am definitely getting.
So that's what we always played as a kid. If you were able to not look at him or at it, but you could get your finger in the hole, then you got to punch him back twice as hard.
Yep.
God, that sounds so wrong.
I know, right? So you're telling me if I can get my finger in your hole while still maintaining eye contact,
that's pretty.
I get the donkey punch, dude.
Twice as hard? Fucking sold.
And it takes some skill to like do a no look, like fucking finger in the hole.
Right,
thing.
man.
Oh, dude.
I like to turn the light off.
You can tell Scott, I used to get everybody, dude.
Oh, in high school,
all the time. And they'd be like, Mike, what the fuck, man?
Right?
This is like from 5th grade. I'm like, yeah, I know, I love it.
Dude, we'd be completely stoned, and
I
like,
know, man.
And then we'd be up in like Mike's bedroom, and he'd be like, "Hey, Matt, look down here, man. Look at I just spilled I just spilt this, and I look down. He's like, "Gotcha, bitch," and he like pound me. I'm like, "Oh my god, Mike, you asshole!
My arm is falling off, you prick."
I'm completely numb right now, you dick.
Dead arm Fran over there.
Hey.
But the thing is, I got everybody to catch on to it. Like eventually, they even knew the rules and shit, and it's funny. Like even the people at the bar I go to, oh dude, they hate me.
You're like in the bathroom and
Right.
out of urinal, like, "Hey, look at my dick."
Right.
There's the finger. There's the hole. Gotcha,
I drop
bitch.
the bottle.
Right.
Dude, I fake drop the bottle. I'll be like, oh god, and I'll go down. And they look down. I'm like, I got a hole, you fuckers.
Have you ever seen the video where this dude like wraps this this Christmas present up? It's Christmas morning, and it's like
it's huge too. It's like a great big
he's
fucking
like,
box.
yeah. So like,
I think I've seen this. Yeah.
he's opening it up, man, and they finally get to it, and his finger is the bottom. After all this wrapping stuff, all the bubble wrap, and all this,
Right.
and he's acting like he's crying and shit. He's like, "Oh my god, this is so," and he's acting like this present's from someone else. Like it's a very sentimental gift to him. And he's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it!" And they're like, "What is it? What is it? Show us!" And he like shows the box, and his fucking hand is right there. It's like, "I got you all, bitches!"
Oh,
dude, it was the funniest video. I mean,
epic.
Check it out on YouTube.
There's another one, Matt, where it's a guy looking at like some frozen water, and you're like, what the hell's he looking at, right? And he starts chipping away at the one part of the water, and all of a sudden he has like an ice hole, dude, and all of a sudden up through the water comes a freaking hand.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I saw one the other day. It was something
That's
like
awesome,
that.
man.
A guy was doing something, and the hand came through, and somebody had wrote around the circle, "Epstein didn't kill himself."
Oh.
It was the most fucking epic thing I've ever seen. It was like, damn, that is so multi-layered.
Dude,
that's great. Yo,
that's
great.
good.
That's
good, man.
That's funny, man.
I love those Epstein didn't kill himself memes.
Oh my god, it's
those
the best.
great.
They are the best, aren't
Like
they?
today's special, chili with seasoned blah blah blah, and rice with crackers and rice pilaf, and Epstein didn't kill himself, and a vanilla latte. You know, like
yeah, they just drop it. Like, so,
Dude, it's
Right.
obvious.
Oh.
It's obvious that he didn't kill himself.
You know, I'm amazed that Giselle chick ain't dead yet.
No
I'm
shit,
sorry.
I
I'm amazed
know.
she hasn't killed herself yet.
the girlfriend
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
she
Yeah,
is.
so Mike, if you listen to the podcast, I think it's like episode 10 or something. We do like a
Way back there, yeah.
We do a podcast on the whole Epstein thing. And yeah, like Scott and I were talking about how like when the feds found her, she was like just walking her dog on like the beaches of fucking Connecticut.
Right.
Like just living her life like nothing happened.
Right. We thought she was like in Paris somewhere, living, you know, underground.
Like
or,
guarded by people.
Yeah.
Like
fucking Switzerland somewhere.
because you know there's people
yeah,
out
if you
there
had
who
all that money, that's what's weird, dude. It's like,
Right.
you're not. Why are you here?
You don't go to the fucking Hamptons and chill.
No. And you know
Nah.
she's on a hit list somewhere.
You're taking place from Tom Hanks and Run to Grease.
Right?
Dude, that-
Sorry, I really don't want to talk about that.
No. I mean, the whole Tom thing, the whole Tom Hanks thing. I think it's, I don't know, it's a he say she say thing, but I don't know how much much truth that there is to that. So
I don't know, dude. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of fucking shit going down out in Hollywood. They're all weird. It's just that's what they do. They're fucking all weirdos.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's Hollywood.
Right. Holly Weird.
Holly weird, yeah.
I mean,
Holly Weird, man.
OJ still lives there.
Right. The juice is loose in Holly Weird.
Yeah.
Hey, Twitter world.
Right up, Twitter world.
So the world.
OJ here. Making a killing on my sports my sports fantasy team.
Hey, just follow my fantasy
Didn't you get
football
locked
team.
back up again?
No, he's free as a bird right now. And
Yeah, man.
He's giving fantasy football advice now.
But the comments on Twitter, man, like, oh killer
my
pick,
God.
Juice.
Killer advice, Juice.
Too bad Ron ain't here to, you know, and Nicole aren't here to, you know, hear it or whatever.
Yeah, like the comments on his. I mean, he does.
I mean, they eviscerate him, dude.
Rightfully so.
Jesus.
He killed his wife and killed her boyfriend.
And then wrote a book about it.
Yeah, right.
Right?
What was it about? If I killed them?
If I had have done it. If I did it.
You did do it.
I was like, dude, what? You did a what if?
Right.
Yeah, it's like a comic book.
My
It's
political
like
science,
the what if world.
My political science teacher in college always said that at the end of every trial, somebody should just be forced to admit it. You know. So Jimmy, did you really kill your Aunt Sally? Yeah, I did. You know.
All right. You've been proven. They can't lock you up, right?
Right.
So they can't lock you up again, in theory.
Double jeopardy, baby.
So why don't you just come out and just be like, yeah, I killed that bitch.
He pretty much did, but he put a what if in front of it.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it took.
Say if like OJ came out tomorrow and said, "Hey, I killed them both."
They can't do
They
shit
can't
about
do
it.
shit about it, right?
No,
they can't reopen it and all that.
Nope, double jeopardy.
Because he was
tried. And found not guilty of killing them.
Right.
Like we
so
all
he,
saw.
he
back
can legit just come out now and say, "I killed the bitch, stabbed her 36 times."
They would have to find new evidence, Matt, and then retry him again.
Well, not even that. They would have to find a new offense. They'd have to get creative with it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if there's any creativity left with it.
Yeah. And I think
how long did that lasted for a long time?
I mean, that was in the 90s, right? I remember being in high school watching that shit.
you can only squeeze so much juice out of a lemon, man.
Got so much juice out of the juice.
You can only beat
That's what I was going to say, man. There's only so much juice.
You can squeeze, right?
In the juice.
I mean, he's not breaking that motherfucker.
But he'll just stab somebody else if he needs more juice.
He'll just steal his own shit and get arrested for it.
Son of a bitch. That's my stuff.
Yeah.
Glove don't fit, bitch.
Right.
I'm going to steal my own memorabilia, sorry, and get arrested for it.
Right.
Hey, where's
That's
Al?
what I was going to say. He got locked up again for that shit, I think.
Yeah, that's what his last, what he served, 5 years for that shit or something?
The reason why he didn't get away is because he didn't have fucking Al Collins. Al Collins is that lead blocker, man, getting that fucking white Ford Bronco out. Let's go, Juice. Get the fuck in. We're going to head out on the highway here.
And he didn't have Shapiro with the hot wife to bang.
No shit. He was fucking... Do you know he was banging Shapiro's wife?
Who's the... she's the Jenner, whatever...
Oh, it wasn't Shapiro's wife.
That's the Kardashians' mom.
The Kardashians.
Well, that was Shapiro's wife back in the day.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. So she was. That's their kids is.
Well, she wasn't getting shit from fucking what's his name.
Well, right.
But that's chopping his dick off.
That's the story though. That her and Juice was in a hot tub and OJ snapped her in two. Man.
He was breaking that ass.
Right. She it was it must have been like fucking Chuck Norris. She was in a body cast for 6 weeks afterwards.
She had too much juice.
Right. I can't feel my pelvis. I can't feel my pelvis or my lower intestine.
Too much juice for her.
I think I may have just shit myself, but I'm not for sure.
I'm all up in those guts.
Right.
Oh.
She tasted that.
She probably bought him some.
Freddie nutted out her nose.
He was enterprising that ass.
He's like, ooh, the nasty dragon. I like you, girl.
I like you.
I mean, and you go back to the trial, too, and they made him try to fucking glove after it was out in the fucking rain.
That
dude.
was great.
Why are you making
leather, it's right.
Why
Johnny
are you
Cochran.
making him wear the glove? It was out in, moisture. It's going to shrink.
Don't fit. You must have quit.
It's going to shrink, you morons.
That was the beginning of showcasing for the stars.
Right. Dude. I can get this motherfucker off. I can get you off, Johnny Cochran.
You know
bitches.
what?
Ba-bam.
Johnny Cochran. Goddamn lawyers, man.
Right.
We live in an age of okay, we accept people for who they are now, and even if they killed their whole family like OJ.
Jesus.
So let's get OJ back in the scene. Let's have him judge Dancing with the Stars and shit.
No, we don't need that. Because then that just, the families, the Goldman family, and I'm sure the Perlman family, all them.
That would be horrible.
All the money would have to go to them.
Yeah.
Just to have OJ,
That's why OJ doesn't do shit, because he doesn't want to pay them.
But, just to have OJ critique someone's dancing on Dancing with the Stars, I don't watch the show, but I would definitely watch it if OJ was on there.
No, man. I'm gonna say this one time, and it's gonna be so obvious why you guys didn't think of it. I want to see OJ judge a Forged in Fire competition where they make knives and then they go through an obstacle course using them.
That would be awesome.
Oh, they got to do like the gun range test with the knives.
Yeah, like they're gonna like have the dummy up where they have the martial artists go through and fucking do the death cut or cut their head off and shit. Right?
See OJ at the end of the thing, and the guy comes out and be like, "Oh shit!"
And this time they have like a man and a woman dummy. When they stab it, blood squirts out of these dummies. And Juice would be like, and like Juice goes through and tells you where to stab, You know
how they like introduce the judge and be like, dun dun, judge number 1, O.J. Simpson. O.J., what do you think of that? He'd be like,
killer.
Well, you didn't use the knife right, and plus the gloves weren't totally on right now. So
if you had some isotoners that were a little bit bigger,
you really have to get the point of the knife across the neck correctly.
Hey, Twitter world.
Hey, Twitter world, check it out. I'm going to be judging this show tonight.
So if you hone this knife a little sharper.
Goes the other way.
Right. See, that would be tactful.
Oh, my God, yes.
OJ on Murder, She Wrote.
Right. Oh, my God, yes.
Him and Angela, what's her name?
Angelina.
I forget her name.
Angela Lansbury.
Oh yeah, she'd be like, "Well, OJ, what do you think?"
No, man. She had an American accent in that.
Oh, she
Jessica.
did.
That was J.B. Fletcher,
but
bitch.
she's English though. She's a Brit.
But she was from Boston. No, it wasn't Boston. It was Massachusetts.
I thought it was Boston or something. Yeah, or Massachusetts.
Dude, my mom watched that show every fucking Sunday.
A sleepy little fishing village in New England.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I would like to have a glass of tea right now.
Like 12 people in this whole fucking village, but like 78,000 people died in like 5 years,
And she was like a clever...
And that bitch solved them all.
Yeah. Wasn't she a writer in that show?
She was a murder mystery writer.
Yes, and she would she would get her hands dirty.
Dude, Murder, She Wrote is my fucking jam. I love that shit. I love it. I have a DVR that has like 9 seasons of Murder, She Wrote on it.
You gotta be shitting me.
I fucking love Murder, She Wrote.
Wow.
My wife likes Golden Girls, and I'm a Murder, She Wrote guy. The only problem is, man, when I pop Murder, She Wrote on, it's like instant NyQuil. It just puts me out.
Dude, my wife's been watching Golden Girls too. I'm like, oh my God.
I love the Golden Girls. Those bitches could burn, man.
Blanche was a slut.
Blanche was my spirit animal.
I'm not, that's not. She was just a horny chick. Dude.
That was a whore.
They would tell her that to her face.
Right.
Dude, that was great.
And she was fine with it. She's like, I know, I'm going to get some tonight.
Those chicks could burn each other savagely.
Bad, man.
Right?
Yeah, especially the old lady.
Right, the old lady'd be like, well, what was the deal with the 5 circus acts that came into your room last night? She'd be like, well, I had to practice my trapeze act. The flying dismount was critical. I nailed it. The Russian judge only gave me a 7, though. Like implying there's a whole fucking circus in her room last night.
Dude, she was like that at breakfast.
And she whored them all.
Yeah. Though all those dudes were still in bed while she was having tea with those
fucking clown car left her bedroom that night.
It was like a Coolio video. They were training her up, dude.
Dude, her vagina was smoking after that.
The Blanche train left the station.
Telling you, man.
You guys want some lemon cake?
Whew.
She had a whole circus train.
Right. Fuck yeah.
She was a freak, dude. She was like that chick from Grandma's Boy.
She was a dirty old whore. I should have wore a rubber.
I took...
Come on, Silver Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. You're all sweaty.
Right. Oh. You remind me of Charlie Chaplin. My little hobo.
Should have wore a condom.
Right. Should have wore a condom. Charlie Chaplin died 100 years ago, man.
No, but like B. Arthur was a tough chick, though.
Fuck yeah.
She was a Marine.
Yeah. Yeah,
she was a dude.
Yeah. She was a dude.
She might have been like the first,
She was the biggest, baddest dude born in a chick's body.
She was.
She reminds me of my aunt, to be honest, right?
Because growing up, watching that show, my mom would watch it, and I'd be, obviously you're kind of stuck watching. Because there's only one.
Yeah, you got to watch it.
There's 2 TVs in the house.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's only 2 TVs in the house. There's one in your parents' bedroom, and then there's one downstairs, and you have, fucking 13 channels.
Right.
So we're watching Golden Girls. And B. Arthur, as a little kid, I'm like, man, she's a very mean woman. But then Blanche is like, whoo, like very like
and then you got
flamboyant
Rose.
and like carefree and
Right.
shit. And then Rose is like just the Weisenheimer.
Rose is just fucking idiot.
Yeah, but she
Right.
was also like, yeah, she didn't like.
She was the compassionate moron.
Yeah, she was. She was. And then there was B. Arthur's mom.
Yeah, and then Sophia.
And she would call out Blanche and be like,
Sophia was the youngest one, actually. Do you know that, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, the actress.
Because she looked old. She looked the oldest.
She was in makeup.
She played the oldest.
Yeah. And she also, ironically, died first.
Did she really?
Yeah. Yeah. There's only Betty White now. And if I remember right, this Sunday is when this show comes out. So it'll be...
Is she 100 yet?
She's going to be.
She's 99 or something, I think.
I think she's turning 100 this Sunday.
Wow. She's a national treasure, man. I love Betty White.
Dude, they should wrap Betty White in bubble wrap. So it'll be the 17th.
Wow. 100 years
From
old.
what I heard, January 17th.
Living to, like...
Could you imagine all the shit Betty White's seen?
I mean, 100 years old. Like,
yeah.
Like, just imagine, just put yourself in her shoes real quick. And, like 20 years ago, I was 80. I was a youngster. And then 20 years before that, I was just 60.
And then 10 years before that, I did Golden Girls, a story about old ladies.
Like, yeah, just think about that. Like, when you're
40 years ago, she did a series about old ladies.
It's crazy, right? Like 100 years old.
And still going, man. So if you go back
if you
in
actually see pictures of her when she's young,
dude smoking.
Oh, she was.
I will publicly say this: I would tap
beautiful.
Betty White back in the day.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
Right?
She was beautiful. And her and
very tappable. You go Gonzo on Betty White.
Wasn't she on the Carol Burnett show?
No, Betty White had her own show, like variety talk show.
Yeah, she had her own show.
Wasn't she on a sitcom besides Golden Girls, like back in the day?
Oh, she's been on a few things, I think.
She was on The Honeymooners, right?
No.
No.
Betty White was on Golden Palace, which was the follow-up to Golden Girls.
There was a follow-up to Golden Girls?
Yeah, there was a spin-off. Well, actually, there was a couple spin-offs because you also had...
so was it just her and Blanche or something?
So it was at the end of Golden Girls, Dorothy got married to her ex-husband and left the girls.
Okay.
And so it was Blanche's house. Blanche couldn't afford to keep the house anymore because they couldn't find another roommate, so they had to sell Blanche's house. And they moved into a hotel where they could all be taken care of, called the Golden Palace.
I remember
So
that
this
now.
is like a senior home.
No, it was like an old rundown hotel, basically. And Betty White and Blanche and Sophia were all living in this hotel, and they would like you'd come down the hotel elevator and there'd be, Sophia at the counter, and she'd savagely burn you, and there'd be like a couple of new characters, thrown in here and there.
Something like
it was fucking terrible.
So it lasted what, like one season?
I think a season.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Blanche was still whoring it up.
Oh yeah, she was a total whore. I'm sure she had vaulted ceilings in her hotel room. Because she's got to have room. She's got to have room to practice.
Golly.
The flying dismount.
You just go in there and her shelf is like completely covered in like sex toys and shit.
Just dongs everywhere. I'd hate to see an earthquake wherever they're living, man, because the whole thing would just,
different kinds of lubes lined up.
Right.
Don't fall down or fall backwards.
Right.
This here is a raspberry edible.
But she's probably got the whole thing covered in trampolines, so,
Golly.
Like I said, man, that old whore was my spirit animal.
Scott and her were like, just
son.
fucking, yeah. 2 generations apart.
Right.
That's funny shit.
So we're coming up on another hour.
Oh, okay. So do you want to take a break real quick and we can
let's take a break real quick.
Do a cool down real quick.
We'll come back to a quick whatever, and then
Sounds
we'll call
good.
it an episode, man.
All right.
And we'll also give you another hot 5 just to reset the connection. Because, Facebook they only give you an hour. So, but basically, if you would like to become a part of the show, feel free to pick up the phone, call, or text 573-246-0779. You can also check us out on Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/the old77podcast. There you can find different levels of membership from $5 all the way up to $50. The $50 one's a really good deal that I think somebody should jump on.
Yeah.
If you have a business, we'll work with you and give you a 30-second commercial that will air the entire length of your sponsorship.
That is correct.
And speaking of sponsorship, we need to thank Toby Dean.
Toby.
Because Toby is our one and only Patreon sponsor right now.
Toby.
So thank you to Toby.
Toby, we love you, bro.
And his sponsorship gets him on every single show.
Keep it up, Toby. We love
Right.
you, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
And speaking of on the show, Big Philly Mike today. What's up, man?
And he'll be right back. Peace.
Bitches.
Hi, you've reached the Old 77 listener line. Thanks for listening and have a great day.
Gentlemen, it's JT from New Zealand. I just wanted to tell you guys I've been listening to the latest shows. Great content, guys. Keep it up. Keep going. Thanks for all the shout out and support that you give the Paranormal Son and the Fortunate Son. I really do appreciate it. Can't wait to be back on the show, guys, and you're welcome on the Paranormal Son anytime. Take care. Have a great night.
It's a safe place in an unsafe world.
Welcome back to the Old 77. It is a safe place
in an unsafe world.
Scotty, this has been a great episode so far.
Dude, it has been a great episode.
Philly Mike in the house.
We got Big Philly in the house.
Big Philly.
Yeah, with the safe word.
We only roll with no safe words here, I'm sorry.
Right, yes. This is going to sound like
possibly maybe a safe place. However.
It's the cooldown.
Right, man. I'm pulling you down over here.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure how that was going to happen. But, Mike, thanks for coming on tonight, man.
Yeah, man.
All the way straight from the 215.
Talking some straight Spider-Man.
Oh,
so what are you
great.
reading right now?
Right now I'm not reading anything, which I'm kind of like upset about.
No, I get that.
I haven't really been to a comic book store in a little bit because of all this crap. But,
right.
Yeah, understandable.
But I'm getting really pissed off because I'm missing like a whole series. It's called the damn it, what is it? It's Venom. Venom comes from a certain place, and they have like this god took over Carnage and all that stuff.
Is it the Venom Wars?
Nah.
It's something different. We're gonna Google it real quick.
Like Black Knight or something like that. It's called, Scott.
Cool.
And they're doing this whole thing like he's a god from way back when it was just like emptiness and shit, and he's supposed to be like Marvel's like big time bad guy now.
Okay.
Wow.
So I've been missing that, but I keep on seeing like updates on my phone about that crap.
Isn't there a website where you can go and like maybe like find all this stuff?
You can buy your comics digitally.
Oh yeah.
But would you want to do that? I think, Mike, you're more of an old school guy. You like to have it in
I
your
like
hand.
to hold him in my hand.
Yeah, I'm more of a collecting kind of person.
Right.
So if it's not like worth it, then
right.
Nah.
That's true.
And that's how I found some of the best comics too, working with dudes and talking with people, and they'd be like, "Hey, you know, I've read this. Here, check this out," and they'll hand me an issue.
And that's how you started doing it?
Right, and that's how I started, basically, like exploring beyond Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. The Darth Vader comics are pretty awesome. I read a bunch of those, man. And, like, they really show you how much of an asshole he was.
Yeah. Vader was a fucking prick.
Is that the one Marvel does, Matt? Is that the one you're talking about?
That was the one you shared with me, Scott.
There was one. It's a Disney one that they did. It was the Dark Knight or Sith Lord or whatever. But it was basically the whole story picked up right as Vader was coming off the table after being put in the suit.
Okay.
So he stands up in the very first panel like, no, killing all the fucking droids and shit. Getting his O face on.
Like
I'm Vader, bitch.
That was pretty good, Scott.
Right. No.
And the funny, so in the series though, like there are like certain books that were like, the Emperor would manipulate a situation, and he would have Vader believe that this guy who's under Vader was like a threat to Vader.
Well, they basically
and then Vader would kill him.
Yeah, they basically said in this that there was better suits out there, but the Emperor chose this suit specifically for Vader. because it was slow and clunky, and it made him concentrate harder, and it was outdated, so his breathing was all fucked up.
Yeah, the breathing apparatus.
Like, he kept him in constant peril. Because if you look at it, there's General Grievous from the originals. That dude was just like Vader, and he was way more advanced.
Right, yeah, he was.
Vader wasn't.
Yeah.
And he was pissed off about that.
Right, yeah. And that was the whole point. You got to keep him pissed off.
That's true.
And that's in that also series, like the Emperor would send dudes after him.
Right, yeah.
Vader'd be chilling, minding his own business, checking out Starbase, whatever.
Right, just doing his
checking
thing.
out the galactic bitches. Hey, force choking
Yeah,
chicks,
his little meditation time.
Right, totally getting some.
Feel my force.
Right. This stubby didn't get cut off, check this out.
Yeah.
Check this nubby.
I'm dumping Luke's, bitch.
My kids are out there somewhere. I can feel them.
I
But
just
I don't.
Luked all over your face.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I got another Luke.
You better go lay that shit off.
Knuckle children.
So anyway, yeah, and then like some bounty hunter would show up and he'd have to like kill him.
Yeah.
And they were all sent by the Emperor to keep him in constant peril.
That's a fucked up life.
Right?
A dude was just mad his whole life.
Yeah, he just constantly
If you weren't
kept
a
pissed.
Pissed off little bitch.
No shit.
Right? But the poor bastard his only thing he was made for was saving the fucking Force.
Right. And he went to the dark side to
and
try
he knew it.
to try to save Padme. Yeah. Like, this is the reason why I'm doing this, is because I don't want you to die. Dude, shut the fuck up.
Mingle him the pussy.
Like,
right. I mean, Jesus, try choking the pussy, not the mouth.
That dude was like the biggest pussy whoop dude ever to ever walk the fucking.
But he was getting away with it because
Coruscant
he was
and shit.
The chosen one. They're like, oh, Jedi don't bang. Oh, okay, go ahead and fuck her.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, Anakin,
Right?
you were a virgin birth.
But I already tapped that shit.
Dude, do you imagine how those guys, because they're in a galaxy far, far away, right? Do they nip the tip?
Right.
Are all the Jedi circumcised? Do they have a little mini lightsaber that they use for it?
Are all Jedi's Jews?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it does start with a J.
I mean, Anakin was like the Jesus Christ of the galaxy.
Right, he was Jesus.
I guess that's why Mel Brooks made Spaceballs, though.
Oh, you're totally right.
He was a virgin birth, man.
Oh, you're totally right.
Like the Metachlorians got to him.
Oh,
His mama. Metachlorians just like banged his mama.
Right,
Like, hey,
the
by the way, where's
Metachlorians.
that your
Oh,
mom?
they got me. That's like the Vapors. Oh, the Metachlorians got me.
Metachlorians. Oh, hit that. Oh, you got it.
Oh, the
you got it.
Metachlorians hit me like the Vapors.
Man, that Metachlorian really.
Right.
That Metachlorian was delightful last night.
Woo.
I think I'm pregnant. Woo. I need a cigarette.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
So we need to reconnect on this.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we're losing your
Okay,
audio.
Mike, we're gonna reconnect real quick with you.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole.
We're losing. Yeah, your audio's degrading.
Facebook's interrupting us,
Yeah,
Mike.
they're like, "Hey, you guys been on too long."
Facebook hates everybody.
Right?
That fucking Zuckerberg robot is.
It's Uncle Zucks
coming after us right now.
He's like, you're pissing me off.
Right.
About all this shit.
He's giving us robot dick.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'll call you right back.
Robot dick.
Oh, fuck you, Mike.
I hate you, Zucks.
I've got you by the balls.
How could they see me?
Right.
There we go.
Hey.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, you're way better now. Yeah.
yeah,
Zuckerberg was on our trail, man.
He's like, oh, okay, reset, bitches.
Yeah, doesn't Zuckerberg look like fucking Data from fucking Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Yeah, and then who's the other dude? I forget his name, but he looks like a fucking fucked up hipster.
He looks like a fucking terrorist.
Which one?
Yeah.
The fucking CEO of Twitter.
The Jack Dorsey dude?
Yeah, he looks like
Jack Dorsey, that's it.
I thought he looked like a hipster mountain man wannabe.
Yeah, he looks like he's one of those
Right.
old mountain man, right? Like in a
Right.
cabin
He
somewhere.
has a beard, but he wouldn't know how to use a hammer.
No, I think he wants to have like a cabin in the woods, but he can't go without
Yeah.
the Wi-Fi.
But not for the right reasons.
Right, he can't go without his
Oh,
Wi-Fi.
he would go nuts without the Wi-Fi. He'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?
I'm an influencer.
What do you mean I got to split wood?"
He starts pulling his beard out.
Right.
No, but
no, man. His manness just goes away and the beard falls out. It's like he's molting.
But Zuckerberg looks more weird than he has, man.
That guy looks like he needs some sunlight.
I think sunlight would burn his skin.
I'd hope so.
His skin's like
he's like a vampire.
Yeah.
He's translucent skin.
His translucent skin.
He does look like Data.
Fuck yeah.
He does, yeah. Like if you go side by side like photos, man.
Data had an off switch. I'm just saying.
I will fuck you up.
Right.
Sit on my face.
Right. Sit on my face.
He takes the red pill every day.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, he gets up in the morning. He pisses pure excellence.
How many
pure excellence?
Careful, don't slip in the excellence. I've pissed everywhere.
We are a private company. We have rights to block information.
Dicks for shareholders.
I suck dick for a living. Anyway. That's a whole other story, man.
Any hoodles.
All the social media
and I digress.
Stuff going on right now. I digress. I don't feel like going into that right now. It's too fucking late.
Woo!
We're already 2.5 hours into this fucking show.
2.5 hours, bitches.
Like, who's listening right now? Nobody.
They're listening 2 days later.
They're like,
that's what they're listening.
They are. This is like the 5th car trip.
I don't know how many people have told me last couple weeks that I just finished up that episode. Really? Like, yeah, I started it Monday and it's like the Wednesday or Thursday. Like, it's great.
Wednesday.
Yeah, because they're listening in their car.
Right, they're listening like 20, 30 minutes a day.
Right. That's like, it only takes me 10 minutes to get to work, so I can only catch
I'm good with that. Or if they're in Como, they're driving 30 minutes,
right.
You know?
Like Jackson.
Right.
You know, Jackson's like, I listen to it when I go back to Jeff
Speaking of, we have to get a cream pie joke in here somewhere.
Oh, yeah. The cream pie kid.
The cream pie kid.
Yeah.
The
bakery, baby.
The bakery is open.
The bakery, baby.
He offers not just cream pies, but all kinds of shit.
Right. Handmade cannolis.
Yeah.
You should try his cream horns. They're delicious.
The chocolate eclair. The chocolate eclairs are delightful.
Little nutty.
Homemade cream.
Kind of Boston eclair with
hand
special
churned,
sauce.
right? He will personally hand stuff every single eclair.
Yeah. He's drained at the end of the
day. That's the one with Ryan Reynolds in it.
Right.
Oh, dude, that was messed up, dude. They had the bulldog. He starts loading up all the
fucking road trip. No, it wasn't.
Was that road trip?
Was that where he was in college? Was that Van Wilder?
Van Wilder, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, they fucking fill the eclairs up with dog semen.
Right. Yeah. There's a line.
Eclairs are really salty.
Oh.
I totally forgot about that. And like, you can see,
dude,
like,
that's one scene I look away from when I see that. I'm like, oh.
And you see, like, him when they're eating it, like they go to like,
oh, dude, it's dripping out of their mouth.
They pan to every guy who's eating these
eclairs,
and like you can see like the semen on the side of their face. It's so gross, man. It's so gross.
I just remember the line from that movie, "Don't be a fool, wrap your tool."
Wrap your tool.
Wrap your tool.
Dude, that was a funny movie, dude.
I'm totally parenting the shit out of that to my kids.
That was a funny movie.
Son, you're 16. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool.
I totally forgot about that.
Right. I want to get an old-timey cigarette machine and have it outside my front porch. You know. Condoms and Spanish fly. There you go.
Make them pay for it?
Fuck yeah, 50 cents ain't bad. That's called responsibility, friend.
Damn, Dad, I really need to get a quarter so I can get that
Dad,
out of the machine.
Dad, can I bum a quarter?
Oh, my face hurts, man.
You telling me you ain't even got 50 cents?
Oh.
A quarter? What do you need a nickel for?
A quarter?
That would be some messed up shit, though, if you did that to somebody. Like, you're just fucking jerking off your dog just to get the semen into a donut.
God.
And then they eat it.
Dude, that's dedication if you're jerking off your dog, right?
Have you guys ever seen The Help?
Where she feeds that chick
the shit pie, dude. The shit. Have you ever seen that, Mike? It's called The Help. It takes place down in Mississippi.
Yeah, it's like in the South where you have like the racial divide between the white urban ladies.
It takes place in the 60s.
Yeah, and then the young black ladies who are coming up through like the Jim Crow era where they're like being servants and shit.
So the one character who's played by Ron Howard's daughter, she's like this real fucking bitch.
What's that, Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yeah, she's like a super cunt in it.
She is.
Like you feel like just like she is bad and she's just a bad person.
You don't really feel bad for her though
and so
afterwards.
Towards the end of the movie, so I forget her name. She's a real good actress.
Oh God,
she's been in a bunch of shit.
Olivia something, if I'm remembering right. Anyway, continue.
So anyway, she makes this pie, but she puts shit in it. And she brings it over to her, and she's like, "Hey!" And it looks really like
it looks delicious.
It looks delicious. It has like whipped cream on top of it. It's like decorated, fancy. So they're eating it. This is like after the fact. She drops it over, and they're all eating it.
Octavia Spencer.
She's a great actress.
Yeah.
And so they're all it's Ron Howard's daughter and like a bunch of her rich like Southern like racist friends.
And aren't they watching her?
Yeah, they're watching her. And then was it a letter?
I think there was a letter that they passed around to all the other friends then.
And it was like
all the other white ladies around it.
And like enjoy the pie.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how she
enjoy your pie knowing that it's okay, but her pie has shit in it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like this pie was made specially for her.
Right. So please don't eat that pie, basically is what it is.
And so she eats
all these ladies willingly let this bitch who's been running them down the whole movie willingly eat this shit pie.
Yeah.
And it becomes the talk of the town, right?
And she ate like 1/3 of the pie.
She had a good chunk of it.
Like it was a fucking
went back for seconds and shit.
Like a big. She's like, this is good, but it has like a funny taste.
It's nutty.
You would think you would know you're eating shit. You know, like,
like
someone brings you a pie and you're eating it.
Well, maybe that's just it. She was like, "Is this shit tast? Does this pie taste like shit?" And they're like, "Yeah, it does." Yeah. Oh, okay, then it's not just me.
Does this shit taste like shit?
Exactly. Well, then it's not just me, and you'll have yourself some more.
This pie really tastes like shit.
Right?
Literally, it is shit.
Literally tastes like
I wonder
shit.
if she like kind of did it like how you make pies or brownies with you burn the oil. But how do you just like melt shit and then like make it into like a? So you mix it with butter and you burn it down,
probably.
and then you fucking make the pie.
Hey, I learned that you can actually polish a turd.
Dude, that's what me and Matt do for a living.
You polish
I get turds all the time in the mail, and I have to polish them.
Oh, yeah, we do.
That's exactly what I do for a living.
You guys,
there's shit like that people do. I'm serious, Scott. That you can actually polish an elephant turd or something. They did it. And I'm like, who the fuck would do this?
There's a gal in, I think it's Minnesota, who has a whole thing where she goes out every day, her and like her niece or her aunt or I don't know, family member, whatever. They go out in the woods and they pick up moose shit. And then
moose shit or goose turd.
It's like moose crap. And then they go back and they make like things out of it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they sell you literal shit that you can wear on your face.
What? You gotta be kidding
me. Like hair brooches, ties.
Do people buy this?
Yeah, that's how she's making a living. Right?
That is gross.
And I guess they shellac it.
So it doesn't smell.
Right.
Right.
It's still shit, though.
But they're basically using the shit as like a claymate.
Right.
Like
you see that cute little snowman over there? That's made out of moose crap.
Weird.
That's shit, yeah.
Right, yeah.
But they painted it.
6 months ago, that was a flower in a field getting chomped on by Bowinkle.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right?
Like a large mammal.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous shit. Right. And people buy that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That's just it. There's a market
They're
for
like, oh, this is my limited edition shit brush.
If that thing was made out of shit, I'd pay more money for it.
There's like shit connoisseurs out there.
Right. Shit-asseurs.
Yes.
And I have a feeling they're all French.
It goes back to that whole like Eddie Murphy skit where it's like his dad's like, They don't pick up after the dog. Look, there's been shit in the living room, and now it's furniture. Like literal furniture now. That's probably made of shit.
That's disgusting. My daughter made the the shit Barbie doll throne or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That's gross.
That is fucking gross.
Oh, look at my new throne.
You guys are breaking up a little bit.
Are we?
Oh, are we? So we're breaking up on him now.
All right.
All right, man.
Well, might as well call it a night.
I was gonna say if we're not gonna get through, we might as well call it a night.
Yeah. And before you go, check out patreon.com, the old 77. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Patreon.com/the old77 podcast.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that.
You can also call or text us day or night, 573-246-0779.
Hey, Mike, have a great night, brother. Have a great weekend.
You too, everybody. Scott, good hearing from you, brother.
Good hearing from you, Big Philly. Go ahead and cancel that out, man. There you go.
I don't know what that is all about. And, Mike, what's the big plan for this weekend?
Oh, shit.
What is that?
Photoshop.
Taking decorations down, dude.
Oh, you taking them down?
Wait, you haven't gotten to the Christmas decorating teardown yet?
Nah, I've been...
He's still got Halloween up. What are you talking, man?
Damn.
If you look around, you might find shit.
No, man, I know. We did a Halloween episode at Maddie's house, and we were looking all around at all the stuff that he had got from you. I was like, oh, this is badass.
Thanks, man.
Right, there was some badass shit, but there was like eyes following us. And we had something. Well, we were drunk as shit at the time too.
Oh my god!
God,
yeah. That was a long night.
That was a great night. Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, listen. Good luck with tearing down all your Christmas shit.
Yeah, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon,
Thanks,
man.
guys, for having me on. Man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and
man.
to all the old 77ers out there,
absolutely.
We'll talk to you next week.
Peace out.
See ya.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?